Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Mystic Destinies, Chapter 13, Noir. Naoki brings us to an unexpected place, Carnavalis, the place where the fight between Takumi and June took place. There's a lot of use of the word place. I don't know, it just seems weird to me. The place seems empty, and Naoki goes up to the bar looking for a bartender at the place. I push my hood back a little, and a girl comes out. Ah, Mr. Naoki, how are you? Press for time, Haruna. Has June been by here tonight? Yes, sort of. He and a beautiful lady came through, but it doesn't look like Mr. June wanted to be with her. Mr. June just looked at me, and they went through the back. The only thing that's back there is access to the rooftop, though. I didn't get a good look at him, but he didn't look good. I thought I saw blood. I'm sure I did. Was there a man with white hair, too? Oh, yes, there was. He didn't look well at all, either. Everyone looks at each other. But here, okay, wait, here, pause. Aren't Takumi and Tetsuya roommates? Oh, okay, well, I guess maybe, because Haruna is in love with Tetsuya, but maybe they're not actually, like, dating in this universe or something, because I feel like, then again, Takumi hasn't been home for a while, so I'm just like, wouldn't she know who Takumi is? But I guess if she just moved recently in Tetsuya's path, we kind of learned she kind of just recently sort of maybe moved back. So maybe she hasn't gotten in contact with him or, you know, wouldn't have known Takumi, but I feel like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I guess the timing, but anyway. Everyone looks at each other. Naoki gives a quick nod and starts heading towards the back. Oh, are you going up there too? We are. Thanks for your help. I hope everything's okay. With that, we go towards the back with grim expressions. I find myself praying to whoever or whatever might be listening that Takumi is alright. Naoki opens the door to the rooftop, and even through the rain we immediately spot who we were looking for. Azucena and Takumi, who is fighting against her with daggers while she uses only her gun to block. Look at him. Oh, poor baby. My God, he looks like hell. What have they done to him? My first instinct is to run to him, but Aurelia places a firm hand on my arm. I look at her, but she only shakes her head. I like how teeny tiny she is. We can't distract him. I'm able to understand her mouth words, and I whip my head back around to watch Takumi, frustrated with my own uselessness. Seconds feel like hours as the two fight, back and forth, Azucena easily holding her own against Takumi. As the fight goes on, I notice it. Something's not right. Something's off about Taku. He's different. Is he a vampire? He's covered in sweat, holding himself with one arm, shaking. Her eyes keep changing strangely, like a weird, vivid purple glow. Oh, his eyes keep changing strangely. He isn't... No. Not a... God fucking damn it. Why would he do this? He's gone too damn far. I look around the rooftop, and off to the side, I spot June being held back by several vampires. Azucena seems to be having fun fighting Taku, and she only spares us a triumphant glance. I think he's a vampire. More of Azucena's lackeys file in behind us, blocking off the door. One thing is clear. Azucena planned even this. We walked right into another trap. Azucena moves at a leisurely pace during the entire fight, and I know she thinks she's won. Bitch, I'ma take you down. You don't mess with my man. Pound Town! Fist in your face! I'm gonna take her! We're gonna kill her! Yay! Murder! Spacey gets a little too into this. Everyone around me seems to be evaluating the situation and her every move. I just gotta say, like, this is seriously the best one. Like, there's so many characters and so much going on, but I just feel like each chapter is just jam-packed full of stuff, and it's just... Yeah, they definitely put a lot of... I feel like there's definitely more effort, say, in this one than in poor Show's Path. Like, I'm not saying Show's Path was bad, like, it was fine. But, like, just, if you read this one first, the other ones would seem completely lacking, you know? So I'm kind of glad we read them in order, because they just get better as they go. Everyone around me seems to be evaluating the situation and her every move. I think we read that. Azucena holds her gun up and actually shoots at Takumi this time, forcing him to leap back to avoid the bullet. Things are at a standstill until Takumi stops and finally sees us. Sees me, alive and well. Oh my god, he has fangs! Do you see them? I'm like trying to point, but like I realize that you could see my mouth. Look! You gotta see him! Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya? Sorry. Locking eyes with me, he freezes. An opportunity that leaves an opening for Azucena, which she gladly takes. Bitch needs to be pushed off her roof. The shot hits him hard, sending him flying backwards. Takumi falls to the ground. Takumi! Never said that really loud. Nothing else matters. I run towards him, which immediately causes everyone to start fighting. The vampires surround everyone, and Yasu and Jinsol pull out their guns and start a firefight. It was a firefight! Sorry. I have to get to him. That's the only thought that dominates my mind entirely. I move through the chaos. Naoki attacks Azucena, dodging her bullets in between landing a few hits of his own. I dodge out of the way of a vampire, and with a snap of my fingers, he crumples to the ground. That's not some power to have. Just be like, dead, dead, dead. I mean, she's supposed to be making them pass out, but she's probably killing them because, you know, power's gone walkie. But a cold sensation momentarily grips at my heart, but I ignore it and keep moving. Yasu keeps trying to get to Azucena, yelling obscenities at her as he shoots down her lackeys left and right. He's so handsome. They're not letting him move an inch. I elude a bullet sent my way. I can't even tell who shot at me this time. Aurelia and Jinsol stand back, offering their support. Aurelia savagely attacking a vampire while Jinsol shoots it. A pissed-off-looking vampire jumps in front of me. He swings at me with a knife. A loud gunshot rings through. All I manage to see is blood splattering everywhere before he falls limp to the ground. It takes her a long time to run across a roof. Can't be that big. I look to the side to see Jinsol pointing his gun where the vampire was standing. I give him a little nod and mouth thanks before jumping over the dead vampire and running to Takumi. I mean, again, it's taken her a long time to get there. But even as Takumi lies there bleeding, clutching his chest, he sees me and screams, "Stay back! Get out of here! I don't want you to get hurt!" I throw up a shield to protect myself from a stray bullet as I continue to move closer to him. By who? Azucena? Or you? Alright, so I'm freaking pissed that he's doing this. What kind of an idiot is he? On the ground, groaning while Naoki attacks Azucena, he manages to mumble, I'm doing it for you. As Azucena shoots at Naoki, she laughs. How romantic. Are you seriously talking about this during a life or death fight? Naoki runs around her gunshots and tries to grab Azucena, but she manages to whip him in the face with her gun. Pistol whipped. She gives him a powerful kick away from her, and he flies in the opposite direction. The moment he lands... Oops. Okay. The moment he lands, one of her guys attacks him. Azucena sets her sights on me. Has he noticed... Like, Takumi saw her, but he doesn't notice his brother. I almost reach Takumi when Azucena runs up to me and grabs me from behind. Ah! I mean, seriously, you'd think... Oh, God, girl, you're so dumb. No! Yeah. Seeing this, Takumi struggles, and with blood falling faster, pushes himself up to his feet. No, Takumi, stay down! I'm fine. I'm more than fine. With a strange, almost lazy posture, he stares at Azucena. How are you standing? Quickly, she places her gun to my temple, but Taku is suddenly just there in front of me. Ooh, hi! He tears Azucena's arm away from me and pulls me into his. This close to him, I could see the wounds he suffered on his face, the blood spilling from them mingling with the rain. The rips in his clothing, the blood spatters on his clothes. Just how much did Taku suffer at her hands? He raises a single dagger to Azucena, the tip at her throat, and he growls. I've had enough of you. For years you've trampled on people. You've destroyed lives and families to get what you want. Taku presses the dagger into Azucena's throat. Oh, just stab the bitch. Now. You're gonna get a taste of your own medicine. Look how evil he looks. Look at his face. Oh, shit. And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, I love it. Something glints under the moonlight as Taku raises his lips in an almost inhuman snarl. Thanks? Coupled together with the vicious expression on Takumi's face, painted with wounds and blood, it's clear that Takumi isn't human anymore. Taku immediately... I mean, seriously, why do you think everyone was, like, pissed? Like, what would you really think was going on? Taku immediately moves to push the dagger into Azucena's throat. But lightning fast, she knocks his wrist away and jumps back. Takumi lets me go and gives me a push towards safety. Then he runs after Azucena and begins swiping and jabbing at her with his dagger furiously. The following fight is so intense that it's hard to follow it with my eyes. Like Aurelia had said before, Takumi is almost like an enraged animal. But he's so much stronger now, and so much faster. Is this the power of a vampiric transformation? Azucena is clearly on the defense and suffers multiple cuts from Takumi's daggers. He won't let her get enough distance or time to load her weapon, so she can only rely on her supernatural speed and power. However, even now that seems lacking in comparison to Takumi. Yeah, because he's a vampire on a rage. Whenever she does manage to get a shot in, Takumi dodges it with ease. He makes it look so easy that it's almost laughable. But as I watch closely, I see it. Takumi's face is not only contorted with rage, but with pain, too. I grow worried, watching, wondering. Can I do anything to help? Should I? He gave up everything for this strength. To interfere now, even if I save him, that might destroy him. But at this rate, he'll kill her. Good. I look around for a moment and notice that all the other vampires are either incapacitated or dead. Jinsol, Yasu, Naoki, who is gently helping his brother Jun stand, and Aurelia, they only watch the fight closely. No one makes a move to interfere. Even though it must be clear that Takumi is losing it and about to make a huge mistake, no one makes a single move to help. He's losing it and about to make what mistake? Kill her? Bitch needs to die, honey. Let's not... Okay, listen, Snowflake. Maybe they know they shouldn't interfere. Still, there must be something I can do to help him. Even if I'm not supposed to. If he needs help, how can I just ignore it? They're going to make us give a choice and I'm going to end up... We're going to get a bad ending again. Like, I can't believe this. I promised. I promised I'd protect him. Whatever I choose, he's gonna end up dead. You know that, right? Whether it's like, stay out of it, he dies, and we're an asshole. Help him, he dies, we're an asshole. Whatever I'm gonna choose is gonna be wrong. If no one else will, I have to be the one to save him. I steel myself and shout, Takumi! You don't have to do this! Takumi doesn't turn. He doesn't stop wrestling with Azucena. The two now locked in a power struggle. Azucena strains against Takumi. She tries to get her finger on the trigger with one hand, while holding his wrist to keep him from stabbing her with the other. I could swear I see his eyes dart to me, so I get the courage to continue. You didn't need to change yourself to be better for anyone. And you don't need to kill on behalf of those who have been wronged by her. Oh my god, Inara, stop being such a fucking goody two-shoes. Let him kill her. Let justice be served, not revenge. She's a demon, for God's sakes. There is no such thing as justice. What's she gonna do, go to jail? It's not gonna work. She needs to die. I see Jinsol nod out of the corner of my eye. Emboldened, I continue. Revenge isn't gonna make her pay for her crimes. Once you kill her, she'll get off easy, and you'll have her blood on your hands. It isn't going to bring anyone back. Yeah, no, but... It isn't going to bring back the time your family lost with Yasu. But by the way, have you noticed? He's alive. I saved him. Hi! Woo! Yoo-hoo! Big some applause. But you can rely on us for help. Let us bring her into the authorities and let us help you move forward. That's right, Taku. I'm here now. In a quiet voice, I murmur, you don't need any more burdens on your conscience. You don't need to shoulder them all alone anymore. Please rely on us. Please rely on me. Whatever future there is, I want to face it with you. Takumi continues to struggle against Azucena despite my speech. The moments stretch on before he suddenly lets out an inhuman roar and pushes her away, hard. He grabs the gun out of her hand as she falls. Azucena stumbles back, attempting some sort of save, but she slips and falls. Breathing heavily, she props herself up with her elbows. Yasu, Jinsol, Aurelia, and the twins surround a now weaponless Azucena. She is a demon. She should have magical powers, I'm just saying. Yasuhiro stands at her feet with a gun pointed right at her. I run to Takumi as he collapses to the ground, panting in an obvious pain, the transformation clearly progressing further. I hold him up as he pushes himself to kneel. We watch Azucena and the others a little ways away. Azucena viciously glares up at Yasuhiro. At some last-ditch effort, she leaps up at him with an angry yell. A gunshot cuts through her yell and the sound of rain around us. For a second, it seems like Yasu fired only a warning shot. Oh, he killed her. Azucena stands frozen, just a few inches away from him. But then she coughs, and blood spurts out of her mouth. Wide-eyed, she gasps for air and unceremoniously falls to the ground. puddle of blood starts to slowly form around her limp body. Yasu! Jinsol grabs Yasu's shoulder with one hand, aggressively pulling him back to look at him. He stares him in the face. Dude, she jumped into her to attack him. What was he supposed to do? Like, pistol whip her? I mean, Jesus. But Yasu only stares down at Azucena's body. Fucking finally someone killed the bitch. That would be nice, but she isn't dead. Look. They all look down to see that Azucena is lying on the ground, with blood pouring out of her shoulder. Her face is turned to the side and her eyes slowly open. Azucena stares at nothing as the rain falls around us. She doesn't even try to hold her shoulder out of pain or stop the bleeding. She doesn't move at all, just lies there in defeat. Azucena's quiet voice is just barely heard over the sound of rainfall. All I ever wanted was to be sure that my love could stay by my side. Jinsol is the one to quietly respond. Do you mean Kenzo? But Azucena doesn't respond directly. She continues to stare at nothing as she mumbles, My love. Was that why you conspired with the sorceress? Azucena gives the faintest nod. An artifact. That's all it would have taken to be together forever. Why did the Chronos have to be worthless? Azucena's eyes fall onto me. I barely pay her any mind as I desperately hold Takumi. He struggles in my arms, his breathing labored, groaning and sweating as the transformation progresses. Do you know the kind of hell that awaits you? I look at Azucena. The void would be a comfort, compared to the desolate wasteland that your life becomes when love leaves you. And with eternity facing you, he will leave your side one day. Azucena whispers, tears run down her face mixed with the rain. Don't you understand how we're the same? Our long lifespans and human lovers, we do anything to prevent living on past them. Her words have some twinge of truth to them. I can relate. I can feel some smidgen of sympathy for her now that I know her motivations, but you're right. I do understand more than anyone now. But your actions are unforgivable. If you live only for yourself, using, abusing, and trampling those around you, the universe will pass judgment on you. One day, it always comes to bear. Azucena only closes her eyes at my words and starts to silently sob. Next to Azucena, I see Aurelia look disturbed at my words, but I don't have time to think about why. Unable to take it anymore, Takumi suddenly yells out and completely collapses into my arms. I look down and then turn to Naoki. Can you stop the transformation? That's impossible. You either transform or you die. Even Detective Yasuhiro eventually turned after being in a stasis for years. With Aria's injuries, I would be surprised if you even made it through the transformation alive. So there's nothing I can do? I look down at Taku's pained face and bury my face in his neck. Why? You don't need to change? You didn't need to change. But vampires, but okay, Azucena obviously didn't realize that Takumi was a vampire or something, because she's like, your human lovers is like, but if he's a vampire, isn't he gonna live forever too? So hi. You could have relied on us. Why didn't you rely on us? Aurelia and Yasu leave Azucena to the others and walk over to me. Yasu kneels next to me and gently places his hand on my back. Aurelia kneels down to examine Takumi. Feeling completely useless and frustrated, all of my feelings come pouring out as I look at Takumi. Why don't you understand? I don't want you to be anything more than you. You're amazing just the way you are, without even having to do any of the things you train so hard to do. But that makes you 100 times more amazing anyway. Do you not already see how unbelievable you are? How far you've come and all the incredible things you've already done? You're an idiot for not realizing how wonderful you are. But I love you. I fell in love with you for who you already are and nothing more. Aurelia reaches out to check Takumi's pulse. Takumi's pulse in his neck, and I move just a little to give her access. It's faint. My senses aren't developed enough to see souls. But at that moment, I see. I see Takumi's soul start to flicker like a candle in the wind. Desperate for some confirmation that I'm just seeing things, I turn to look at Yasu. But I see his own eyes filling with tears. Oh, no. I said no in case you couldn't hear me. I whispered it. No. Trying to do a choke with emotion. But I also feel a little choked with emotion. He's not going to die, come on. I look at Aurelia and she just shakes her head. If he actually dies, that would be just like a horrible fucking way to end this. No one will meet my eyes. I look back down at Takumi's face and see that it's relaxed. He looks so peaceful. No! I won't let you die! In desperation, I close my eyes. Oh crap, we're gonna kill him. Oh, cool. I was like, oh good! I don't want to kill him! Anyway, that was a short chapter. I'm quite amazed. They're usually like a lot longer. But anyway, so yeah, that's chapter 13. So I guess we'll see what happens. What did I say? There's 15 chapters in this part? And then the 3 endings, I think. And we already did the bad paths. I don't know how many bad paths there are. We'll figure it out once we get our regular ending anyway. But anyway, so yeah. I am going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.